This is the first installment of what I'm going to call food prep diaries or food prep rants or something like that. So while I prep food, I'm going to rant about shit. We'll see how it goes. I promise they will probably get better as we go on because it's first time I've done this. So I've been working out in a gym since longer than I've had a driver's license. So one of the things I've seen come into gyms over the years that I really cannot stand are plastic plates and plastic dumbbells or rubber or whatever the hell it is. It's just luckily some gyms are being phased out. Mostly old school gyms are being phased out, thank God. There's just, you go to the gym to be kind of rough and get stronger and all this, and you got these little like Fisher Price my first playset weights in the gym that you want to use. It just, you go in a gym, you should hear metal clanking and shit. Like, that's part of the feel. Hell, in some gyms, you should feel like, I don't know, I've been in some gyms where I feel like I need a tetanus booster before I go in there. And I like going in there and having good workouts. And not everybody likes the grungy stuff, I get it. But I think everybody should not like plastic plates. They're ridiculous. And I'm sure in the future, when our scientific technology advances to a certain point, we'll discover that plastic plates are not as heavy as metal weights, even though they say they're the same weight. That discovery, I think, is right around the corner. And like I said, I know people may think it's stupid, but just the sound. Like I said, you should be walking in a gym, you should hear the metal clanking and stuff in there when it's part of the feel, part of the atmosphere. When you make that rite of passage as a man and go from 225 to 315 on the bench, people should hear that. But when you have these play school kids plates on there, and you go slamming a 45 on going from 225 to 315, it's like, when you put it on there, like, what is that? It doesn't make it seem as like a big deal. And just the look of it, it just doesn't, I don't know. I'm being stupid, but I know some of y'all out there think the same shit. Metal plates are definitely the way to go. In fact, if there's any place that the rubber, dumbbells, plastic plates and stuff, is there any place they actually belong in a gym? It's probably in the daycare center so your weak-ass kids can play with them. Because they're definitely not made for the men and women striving to get better on the gym floor. So, that's how I feel. Now, in all seriousness, I would be wrong if I said there wasn't some advantages to them. Actually, some of the dumbbells actually come in handy because some of the metal dumbbells, the plates on the dumbbells, the weights are really wide. So for like doing hex presses and stuff, you can't get as close together to get a squeeze in the chest. So those hexagonal child's dumbbells, the plastic ones, you can put together and get a better squeeze, and they'll stay together. They don't roll around because they got flat sides to them. That is probably one of the only times where I'm like, yeah, these are handy. But our gym has both, so we can choose. If they were all plastic, I'd be like, this is kind of dumb. So, just a really nitpicky just a pet peeve, nitpicky type topic to start it off. I never really got into plastic plates. I don't know if it keeps things from scratching machines, or if it's quieter in the more corporate gyms, or what the deal is and why they came about. 45 pounds is 45 pounds. So, I mean, if you drop one on your foot, it's probably still gonna mess it up a little bit, regardless if it's metal or plastic. I may be wrong. I've never dropped a 45 on my foot. I hope I never do. I've dropped one on a cell phone, but I'm pretty sure a plastic 45-pound plate would still bust my cell phone into pieces. So, I mean, you got the little handles in some of them, it's easier to carry, but some of the metal ones have that too now. I mean, there's been marvels in metal forming technology to where they can put holes in the metal plates to grab them in a similar fashion as the plastic ones. So I don't think that is a good argument either. It's just, I'm old school. I started in a gym where, some of the pieces were welded together and makeshifted, and the dumbbells were all metal and the weights were all metal. There were those old black and white Yorks, and that's what I grew up on. And I'm used to hearing that sound. When you throw another 45 on, it's kind of cool that everybody knows you've leveled up a little bit because they can hear it. But that's just me. The world's a different place now. Maybe, I don't know. That's just one of the nitpicky pet peeve issues I have when working out in a gym.